席をくださいな。永遠を手にしたいなんてさ、見せつけたい強さを感じていたい。ニコニコの欲は人の姿。クイーンについてしまえ。骨の隅までもこのまま消し去ってしまってもいいさ。涙が出てる。涙は誰のためなの。もう嫌だ。嘘は嫌。気まぐれなゼリー。叫びまくるイカれるようにその命果てる時まで叫べ。時を止めな狂いましょう。我を忘れて生きるようにこうたすは感じがつく。ああ神様奇跡をくださいな。それを手に入れるだけさ。操りたいもう手そんだい。朝のりこな毒は悪の腹が噛みついてしまえ。骨の隅までもこのまま消し去ってしまってもいいさ。なのに震わせる心は誰のためなの。もう嫌だ。嘘は嫌。怖くまでゼリー。
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the latest Starfury Facebook Live. Coming to you 1 week before our next event, Starfury Invasion. Now, I wanted to do a Facebook Live. I originally wanted to do this last week, but I wasn't available last week because I was down at Download Festival. So I'm doing it this week. We don't have many new announcements. We don't have any new announcements for tonight, as I made all the major announcements we had last week on social media. We've got a couple more, which I was hoping to make tonight, and I ended up not being able to because waiting on contracts. So hopefully we should be able to make those announcements next week. But for tonight's event, it's just basically us getting ready for Starfury Invasion, which is taking place next week, and also going through what's happening at all our events for the rest of this year and the beginning of 2024. So we've actually haven't had too many events this year. We've had 3 Starfury events. Usually we're a bit busier. We've had 3 Starfury events so far this year. First one was our Lucifer event, Lux 3, followed by our first event for Shadow and Bone, and then we had Crossroads 8. So far we've had 3 events this year, and we have our 4th event next week, which is Starfury Invasion. That's taking place the 28th to the 30th of June at the Hilton Metropole Hotel. But before we go on to that, firstly, what I'm going to do, we're going to look back at the first few events we had at the beginning of the year. First event that we did was Lux 3, and that was a Lucifer convention. It was our 3rd event for fans of the TV series Lucifer, and I have a quick video for you which recaps everything that happened at that event. that was Lux 3. That was our third event celebrating the television series Lucifer, which took place last February. We're going to be returning to Lucifer later this year at Crossroads 9. Last March, we did an event for the TV series Shadow and Bone. That was our very first event for that TV series, covering it. The event was called Into the Fold, and it took place at the Renaissance Hotel, Heathrow, and here's a little video for it. So there you go. That was Starfury Into the Fold, which was our event celebrating this TV series Shadow and Bone. It was a very small event, but the fans were great. The cast was absolutely wonderful. We had a really good time. It was a really fun event. After that event, we had Crossroads 8. That was our 8th event for Supernatural. And for this event, we also incorporated the TV series The Boys into it. There's a lot of crossover between Supernatural and The Boys in terms of the cast, and they're both produced and created by the same team. So there's a lot of crossover with the fans. So it actually worked out putting those two shows together really well. And I've got this video for you from Crossroads 8. So there you go. That was Crossroads 8. That was our 8th event for the TV series Supernatural. And we also filled in with it The Boys as well. We crossed over the 2 shows. It's a really fun event. Our next Supernatural event is taking place this September. And next year, when we do Crossroads 10, we'll incorporate The Boys into it as well. And it'll probably be about a 40-60 split between Supernatural and The Boys. It worked really well at that event. Our next convention that we have coming up, which is taking place next week, is Starfury Invasion. And that's our first event ever where we're covering Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars has been around since what, 1977. This is the first time we're covering it. And we're going into the Disney Plus shows. We've been covering the Mandalorian, but mostly we're covering the TV series Ahsoka. We got some really big, heavy-hitting guests for it. We have joining us Nelson Lee, who, as well as appearing in Ahsoka, also appeared in Stargirl as well. We have Omid Abtai, who appears in The Mandalorian, and a lot of you will also know him from Fear the Walking Dead. We have the lovely Katie O'Brien joining us. She appears in The Mandalorian. She was also in Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania. She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and more recently, she was in the cult movie Love Lies Bleeding. We have Eman Asfandi joining us for his first UK appearance. Also, first time at a UK con, we have Diana Lee Inosanto. We have Natasha Leo Bordizzo. And we have Mary Elizabeth Winstead joining us. I think that might be one of the biggest guests that we've ever had at a Starfury convention. I can't believe that she's coming along to this event. Unfortunately, we actually had 3 guest cancellations for this that I had previously announced, but 2 of the guests sent a message to us for the fans to see, and I'm just going to play that message now.
For everyone that was coming to hang out with me at the Starfury convention in Birmingham, I apologize, I'm not going to be able to make it. Work obligations, I couldn't get around them, and we tried. I'm really disappointed that I'm not going to be there. Hopefully I can come back the following year and make it up to you guys. But I hope you guys have a great convention, and I really apologize that I'm not going to be there this time, but maybe the next year.
Hi, it's Ivana. I wanted to record a little message for you, as some of you may already know that I won't be able to attend Starfury this June, and I'm heartbroken that I won't be able to meet you, and it sucks when schedules don't align and you have to cancel an event, but I know that you're gonna have such a great time because some of our Ahsoka family are gonna be there and they're gonna represent, and it's going to be wonderful, and I'm just going to have FOMO, but have a great time, and I hope to see you at the next one.
So that's Starfury Invasion, which is taking place next week. I believe that the tickets are already being taken off sale, unfortunately. However, we are keeping the one-day tickets available on sale. We've done for this, because it's a new fandom, we've done one-day tickets. They're remaining on sale, and you will be able to buy one-day tickets at the event itself. However, the weekend and the gold tickets are now no longer on sale for that event. But if you decided you wanted to join us, you could still get a one-day ticket. Mary Elizabeth, I really don't think you get another opportunity at that. And I think it's a really strong lineup. Sadly, we lost 3 guests and we weren't able to replace them. We have had today, the refunds on that have been processed through. They're all processed through on those guests today. We're working to bring those 3 back for an event next year when we do our next Starfury event, next Star Wars event next year. But the refunds have all been processed on their photo ops and autographs. So if you bought one of those, you should be receiving the refund. It may be in your account already. It can take up to about 3 working days, but you'll have the money in your account before the event takes place. So looking forward to that event next week. Also, the schedule's being finalized, so I'm going to be emailing all the attendees over the weekend a copy of the schedule for the event, so you know what to expect when you go along to it. Now, after that event, our next event is our celebration of the television series Outlander, and that's Highlanders 7. This is our 7th event celebrating the TV series Outlander. We've got a great selection of guests. It's taking place from the 19th to the 21st of July at the Birmingham Hilton Metropole Hotel. And among the guests joining us, we have Stephen Cree. He'll be along. And we also have Charles Vandervoort joining us as well. We have Ed Spaliers. We have John Bell. We have Richard Rankin joining us. Also along will be Sophie Skelton. We have David Berry. And we also have Katrina Balfe. And this is a very rare appearance for Katrina Balfe. She doesn't do many conventions, so you don't want to miss out on that. So that's Starfury Highlanders 7 that's taking place in 4 weeks' time. Not very long. We're very low. We're pre-selling autographs on Katrina Balfe. We're very low on the availability of that. That's close to sold out. But we hope we'll see all the Outlander fans at that one. It's going to be a very exciting event. And then we go straight from that one, and only 3 weeks later, we have Starfury Red Dragon 6. And that's our 6th event celebrating the television series Hannibal. We've got a great lineup of guests for that one. It's taking place from the 2nd to the 4th of August at the Radisson Blu Hotel, Heathrow. We had to postpone the event. This has been our longest one postponed. We had to postpone the event because of the pandemic, and then we've been trying to reschedule on dates at work with Mads Mikkelsen, but we've got it all sorted out now. We've got Jeremy Davis joining us. We also have Teo Okamoto joining us. This will be her first ever convention appearance. We have Casey Roll along. We have Caroline DeVernus along. This is going to be her first convention appearance. And we have the man himself, Mads Mikkelsen. Now, before the pandemic, we had announced that Hugh Dancy and Catherine Isabel would be joining us at this event. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to make it this time. We're looking to see if we can get Hugh along for an event for Red Dragon 7 next year. However, that's the lineup as it looks now. Photo ops are on sale now if you want to pre-book your photo op. Hotel is now taking bookings for that as well. The lineup's pretty much complete, but I am working on one final guest, having to wait to see if he provisionally agreed. He's terrible on his emails, so we're just going to have to wait and see how it goes, but there may be the possibility of one more guest for the event. Then after that, we move on to Starfury Witch Bomb, and that's our celebration of 2 shows, Motherland Fort Salem and Warrior Nun. Now, that event's taking place from 9th to the 11th of August at the Renaissance Hotel in Heathrow. We've got a wonderful selection from both events. We have the lovely Lynn Renee will be joining us. We also have Lorena Andrea coming along from Warrior Nun. She played Sister Lilith, and this will be her first ever convention appearance. We have Jessica Sutton, who's going to be making her first UK appearance. We have the lovely Amalia Holm joining us. We have Christina Terry Young along. It couldn't be a Witch Bomb event without Taylor Hickson there. And we also recently added to the event the lovely Olivia Delcan and also Candice McClure. So that's how the lineup's looking for Starfury Witch Bomb at the moment. We're looking at one more guest for the event, which I'm working on at the moment. Soon as they're sorted out, we can put fan meets on sale, get their photo ops on sale, as well as Olivia and Candice's photo ops. All the other guest photo ops are available Ticket sales, I was a bit surprised this because last year it was such a great event, but this year ticket sales are down. So it sadly means this is going to have to be the last Witch Bomb event, but we're going to make it an absolute blast. So don't miss out on this. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, straight after Witch Bomb, it's about a month after, actually, we then go into Starfury Crossroads 9. And for Starfury Crossroads 9, we're mixing in Supernatural. Let me see if I can get that video up. We're mixing in Supernatural and also putting Lucifer into it as well. So there you go. That's Starfury Crossroads 9. That's our 9th event celebrating Supernatural, but this time we're mixing in Lucifer with it as well. We've got a wonderful lineup of guests. We have Leah Kearns joining us, who's appeared twice on Supernatural, probably best known for the television series Battlestar Galactica. She's really fun at events. She really brings the life and soul to it. That's why we keep bringing her back. We also have the lovely Samantha Ferris. She was along at Crossroads 6. She's an absolute blast. We've got Amy Garcia joining us. Now, she's one of the most popular characters from Lucifer, but she appeared on Supernatural as well. We've got Tarmo Pennicott joining us. Of course, known for his roles on Supernatural, but also well known for Dollhouse and Battlestar Galactica. Another Battlestar Galactica guest we have is Tricia Helfer. Again, major role on Lucifer, but she's also appeared on Supernatural as well. We've got Richard Speight Jr. joining us, who, as well as playing the Trickster on Supernatural, was also a director on Lucifer. We've got Rob Benedict joining us, who's been on Supernatural, been on Lucifer, and currently you can see him on The Boys, though you may not want to see him on The Boys. We have the incredible Timothy Omundson joining us. What a lovely guy this is. You can currently see him on Netflix in the show Psych. A lot of you remember him from Xena and 24. He played God on Lucifer, and he was Cain on Supernatural. And heading it all out, we've got the incredible Tom Ellis. Tom's just about the best guest you could hope for at an event. He's a great guy. So that's our Supernatural Lucifer event, Crossroads 9. I know a lot of you have been waiting for the hotel booking code for that event. We're going to get that emailed out to you tonight or tomorrow, so you should receive it shortly. We'll also be having it put out in the Facebook group, so you'll be able to get your hotel rooms booked shortly. We're getting that out to all ticket holders. Hotels finally got me that link. That's Starfury Crossroads 9. Tickets to it are very limited at the moment. Supernatural's always popular. Lucifer's always popular. Tom Ellis is always popular. So this is going to be a sellout event. So if you haven't got your tickets, you really need to get your skates on and get a move on that. Now, after that event, we move on to our next event for the television series Once Upon a Time. And just to actually also say on the Supernatural front, on that, sadly, Ricky Whittle won't be able to join us at that event. There's been a double booking, so he's not going to be able to join us. Hopefully, we'll be able to bring him to another event, and I'll look and see if we can put in another guest for that. Guests, all attendees, if you've bought a photo op with Ricky, you'll have the option to swap it for a different guest or get a full refund. Now we're going to move on to our Once Upon a Time event, Starfury Enchanted. Now this event's going to be taking place from the 1st to the 3rd of November 2024 at the Hilton Metropole Hotel in Birmingham. And we've got a great lineup of guests joining us. We've got Isabella Blake Thomas joining us. She played a young Zelina. We have the lovely Amy Manson joining us, of course, played Meriden on the show. We have Karen David joining us. She's not done a Starfury event before. She's absolutely lovely, and she's been on a pile of shows. We have the wonderful Keegan Connor Tracy along. We also have Raphael Sabaj. We have Beverly Elliott. You know the party started because we got Rebecca Madder coming along, and she's absolutely crazy. We got Colin O'Donoghue, who was one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. And of course, we got the show star, the supremely charismatic Lana Perella, one of the most popular guests we've ever had at a Starfury event. She'll be joining us at that event in November. That's the 1st to the 3rd of November at the Hilton Metropole Hotel. Now, after that, we've got a few events that I don't have much info to give you at the moment. Now, we have our event for our Flag Meets Death, and that's taking place from the 8th to the 10th of November at the Renaissance Hotel in Heathrow. We're looking to make it a small, fun, friendly event. We had one guest signed up who asked us to wait until the end of May to announce him, and we've been trying to resort out the contract. I was expecting to announce them tonight. It's pretty much done, but I should have them up on Twitter. So I'm really going to start promoting that event next week when we start actually getting the guests in it for that. So if you're a fan of Our Flag Meets Death, I can't advertise anybody on it just yet, but we should be making the announcements next week. So just hold off on that for another week. And we should have the booking link up for you pretty soon for the Renaissance. Oh, and on Starfury Enchanted, the Hilton's got me the booking link for our Once Upon a Time event, Starfury Enchanted. So I'll be emailing that out to all attendees this weekend. An event that we were supposed to be having this year is Starfury Ultimates. That's our celebration of superhero films and TV series, Marvel and DC stuff. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the headliner that I was working for this year. And with the decline in interest in Marvel and DC shows, the ticket sales were really low. And as I couldn't get the headliner that I wanted, I've had to postpone. We haven't confirmed dates, but at the moment it's looking like end of January, beginning of March period. I should have an update sometime in July on that, and hopefully confirmation of what's going on. That said, our first event that we do have confirmed for next year is the next Into the Fold event. That's our second event for the television series Shadow and Bone. That's going to be taking place from 7th to 9th of March at the Renaissance Hotel, Heathrow. I've got 3 guests who've all agreed. However, they haven't returned contract. I had hoped to be able to announce them tonight. I'm not going to be able to, but considering they've got the contract and everything's on par at the moment, keep an eye on our Twitter account. We should be making an announcement next week. And finally, we're doing an event called Starfury Ascension. And that's our first celebration of the television series Stargate. I've had so many requests in the past few months. People are going crazy wanting me to do a Stargate event. I'd never touched Stargate before because back in the noughties when Stargate was on, you had Wolf conventions and you had massive events, both doing Stargate events. And I thought there wasn't any point when there's other people doing perfectly fine Stargate conventions. There's no point in me messing up the market. However, there hasn't been a proper hotel weekend convention for Stargate fans in a decade in the UK. And it seems that the Stargate fans really want one. They're really hungry for an event at the moment. So I listened to them and we're putting on Starfury Ascension. That's from the 23rd to the 25th of May next year at the Radisson Blu Hotel. We have joining us Gary Jones from Stargate SG-1. From Stargate Atlantis, we have David Nichol. Also appeared on Stargate Atlantis is the lovely Nicole DeBoer. She's probably best known for Star Trek Deep Space Nine. That was Esri Dax. And also from Stargate Atlantis, we have Tori Higginson joining us. So that's the guest lineup at the moment for Starfury Ascension. I was supposed to be announcing another guest tonight. She hasn't returned contract. And there's 3 more guests that are provisionally agreed, but we've got to sort out the contract for. They're going to be the real heavy hitters. But there's 4 guests to come that are being finalized at the moment. They're all from the primary Stargate show, SG-1. And depending on how it goes, I might add in 1 or 2 people from Universe as well. So all the shows are covered. Gold tickets are very limited for that. We really had a very strong response. So the demand is definitely there. We had a great response when we launched the event last week. So that's how it is tonight. That's how it is. I'm sorry there's no real new information. As I said, really, should have done this Facebook Live last week when I had a whole pile of new information to go and on guests and so forth. But we haven't had anything really new to say. We've got Starfury Invasion next week. That's going to be a lot of fun. We got some incredible guests. If you missed out on tickets, you can still get day tickets for it, and day tickets will be available at the event itself. Keep an eye on our Twitter account next week, as well as our Funko Pop competitions that we do every week. I should have a couple of new announcements next Friday. I would expect us to have, can't guarantee it, but I'd expect next Friday to have some announcements for Ascension, some announcements for Into the Fold, and some announcements for the Republic of Pirates. But thanks for joining us tonight. Hopefully see you next week. And if we're not seeing you next week, hopefully see you at a future Starfury event.
Oh!